Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be putting the Kodak PixPro AZ528 up against the Canon Powershot ELPH180. So I have both of the cameras set up on tripods right now. This one is the Kodak and this one is the Canon. So today we're going to be putting them through different tests to see how they handle things. So we're going to be putting them through which one has better sound, video quality, and handles light better. So we're going to be putting them through these different challenges, and we're going to see which one comes out on top. So right now what I'm doing is I'm shooting both of these cameras on auto mode, and so everything is completely normal. I touched nothing, and this is just the in-camera colors and the in-camera video. So this is what the colors look like on the blue on the Kodak and the blue on the Canon. So overall, the one that I think is the most accurate to the actual color is the Kodak, but we'll run it through a couple of different colors here. We'll do red, green, we got green, and then you already saw blue. This is a darker blue though. Orange, so we'll just kind of cycle through the colors. There's like a yellow, peach kind of thing. And then blue again, and purple, which actually, I guess it's more of a pinkish purple. But these are the colors. This is what they look like on the cameras. Let's move on to low light performance. Now for low light performance, neither of these cameras are great because they both have small sensors. But the Kodak can open its aperture to 2.8, whereas the Canon can only open the aperture up to 3.2. So let's go ahead and turn off these lights, and we'll look in the corners. In fact, already you guys can probably see some noise in some of the areas. We're going to turn this backlight off, and now in some of the corners you'll see some noise. So I'll let you guys decide which one looks better and isn't quite as noisy. Next thing is, how well does it handle a light when we hold it up to the camera? So we'll start with Kodak. I've got a little light here. Let's hold it up to the camera and see how it takes it. I mean, it takes it good. I mean, pretty fast. So it definitely sees the light. Now let's try the Canon. Do we have some weird streaks going on here? Kind of have some weird camera stuff going on. Don't know what that's about, but both focus on them fairly fast. The next category is in-camera sound. I think Canon personally takes this one. We'll compare the two audios in a minute, but I honestly think that Canon has a better in-camera audio, and by the way, neither of these have headphone or mic jacks. So let's start with the Kodak. Here's what it sounds like from the Kodak. As you can see, not very great, pretty quiet. Now let's switch to the Canon. This is what the Canon sounds like. Not the greatest, but definitely better than the Kodak, I think. Now something to note with the Kodak is that it can shoot 1080p at 30 frames per second. It cannot shoot at 24, 60 or anything like that. The only frame rate it can shoot at 1080 is 30 frames per second. So most of my videos are filmed at 30 frames per second right now, but eventually we'll probably upgrade to a better camera and record at 4K 24 frames per second. But as you can see, this is 1080p. The video has been exported in 1080p, but this is 1080p, 30 frames per second. This camera can also do 720p at 60 frames per second. So like, not the best quality, but 720p at 60 frames per second, I will take it. And also it can do 480p at 120 frames per second. Really bad quality, but it is really fun to mess around with. I just love having that feature, whereas the Canon can only shoot 24 frames per second at 720p. Now for some of those people out there who make vlogs, we'll do the vlogging test here. I'm going to start with the Kodak, and we'll come up here. So I'm going to hold it at arm's length. This is what it looks like, completely at arm's length. As you can see a decent amount of the image. And now we'll try the Canon. Here is the Canon. It is a little bit tighter because it's not quite as wide. I believe the Canon is a 28mm. I believe. I could be wrong, but I will write down how many millimeters it is here. And the Kodak is a 24mm lens. So there you go, guys. That's kind of the two cameras. I know this wasn't a full in-depth kind of comparison, but both of these cameras are really fun to mess around with. They're both beginner cameras, and hopefully soon I will be upgrading to the Canon M50. So I've heard that this camera is really great for starting out, so hopefully I'll be upgrading to that hopefully soon. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Smack that subscribe button because it helps me out a lot. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.